It's the album of the year, first of all. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's nothing out there. I didn't heard everybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of
And
a
it's
low year.
we already in October. We 10 months in. I heard everybody. It's not even close. Matter of fact, my first, because I got 21 tracks on here. Just the first 10 is better than everybody album of the year. People try to stack in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
make art pieces. I don't do that. It's sequenced the way people. It's crazy because I do a lot of things and then they be like, he trying to do what such and such did. Like, no, such and such did what I've been doing. He just might be a little more popular than me because he has a machine behind him. See, that's the difference. Everybody else, they walk in these rooms and it's 50 people. The best person that could do marketing, the best person that could do this, the best person that could do that, all lined up at the table. You go in the Westside Gunn room, you when I talk, it's an echo. It's nobody. So it's me versus what I'm doing with all 50 of them people doing at one time and still make and I still gotta make the album. Everybody something. You even got old trap 1998 666 Mafia sounding beats all the way to, drum loops to, I got Ty Dolla Sign singing on something crazy for the lady because I felt like with Griselda for so long, people just put us in a box because we came with the raw, the grimy, the boom bap, the traditional sound, but that was all by science.
And so we're clear, you have no Little Tay discs on the album.
Nah, man. Listen, it you already know Pootie the legend. You see what I'm saying? Westside Pootie the legend. You know me, I'm not a person that bite my tongue for nothing. People been on my heels ever since she came out with that video because Pootie been doing it for year after year after year after year. Pootie also drew Who Made the Sunshine album cover. Now kids is making album covers. Pootie always been talking trash. Now kids talking trash. Pootie like her daddy. Pootie been telling people to stop copying off her daddy for years. And now it's to the point where they got to copy off her. And she 10. Me and Virgil was just a special connect. When we did Pray for Paris, yeah, I love him forever for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to do none of that. I think one of the reasons too was because I was there, supporting him since the Pyrex days. You see what I'm saying? So I think he just always seen me showing him love since the beginning of his era. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all of that from, talking about Pyrex to bigging up Off White when he first dropped Off White to saying, tell Virgil right brick on my brick, making that a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop quotable to the end of time, you know what I'm saying? Even shot the video with Hype Williams. He was just like, "Yo, man, you need to come out here to Fashion Week." This was 2020. That line was still, very strong at that moment. It was just like everybody was talking about it. He was excited. You know what I mean? Of course he DJ, so everywhere he go, he play it. People loving it. So it was just he was just like, "Yo, you need to come to Paris." So we did everything, did all the paperwork. I got an expedited passport. And that's how I ended up going to Paris for the first time because of Virgil. It was the Off-White show, and it was crazy because I didn't know that the song for the show was my song. So he was surprising me then. I sat next to Quavo and Offset and Takeoff, rest in peace. I was right next to Takeoff, and I was right next to Pop Smoke. So rest in peace to Takeoff and Pop Smoke. It was a legendary moment. And it's crazy because like I was just so inspired, you know what I'm saying, that's how Pray for Paris came about. How like this East Side Buffalo, what I'm saying, grimy MC is able to have, you know, 3 unreleased Virgil Abloh art pieces. That energy off the first one brought you the album Pray for Paris. You know what I'm saying? So it was just the energy for me. It was something new because it was an EP at first. I made the whole EP in 2 days. And I just came back to the States and I was just like, yo, you know what? I just want to add more to it to make it a full album. And I hit Virgil like, yo, V, I need you on this cover. He was like, brother, of course, you know. And he just started cooking me art pieces. It's like you wouldn't believe who can inspire you. You know what I'm saying? The same way I probably inspire you wouldn't believe I probably inspire Virgil. You know what I'm saying? But the same way he inspired me, I know I inspired him because he told me. Even with hip hop, I know when you buy a piece of merch from me or a vinyl or a CD, you start in your art collection. You know what I'm saying? This is something that just imagine 10 years from now what this cover, what this album would be worth on vinyl. Because the first one, mind you, is 2023. The first one came out in 2020, but the vinyl is already worth thousands. Like, what album you know in modern day that's already worth a few thousand? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's unheard of. So this is the same way. It's gonna be a bloodbath trying to get this vinyl on and on Wednesday. I turned into value. Like, the vinyl, the CDs, the shirt, everything. It's like an investment. It's like when you buy a Westside Gunn vinyl, you know it's going up 500% the next day. You know what I'm saying? When you buy a Westside Gunn shirt, you know it's going up 200, 300% the next day. It's like I'm really trying to teach people how to collect art. And you know what I mean? Even if it's starting with me, you're starting. You know what I'm saying?